And Matt Freese alive to tip it away. The USA didn't really take charge, and Belgium made the chance for De Ketelaere.
1-0, Belgium.
For 61 seconds, the United States believed. For 61 seconds, Seattle exploded. Belgium looked shaken, and America could see the World Cup quarterfinals right in front of them. And then Belgium scored again. That 1 minute tells you almost everything about this match, because the final score says Belgium 4, USA 1. It sounds like a demolition, but the real story is even more painful than that. This was not simply Belgium being 4 goals better. This was Belgium waiting for every American mistake, attacking every weakness, and turning almost every moment of hesitation into punishment. Let's set the scene. Seattle, round of 16, nearly 67,000 people inside the stadium. The United States was trying to reach a World Cup quarterfinal for the first time since 2002. Mauricio Pochettino trusted the same starting 11 that had already beaten Paraguay 4-1 and Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-down. The message was obvious: do not change what is working. But Belgium was a completely different level of test. And the most shocking part, Belgium did not even start Kevin De Bruyne or Jeremy Doku. Still, from the opening whistle, the USA looked like the team trying to survive. In the first minute, Matt Freese was already forced into a big save. Before 11 minutes had passed, Belgium had already produced 6 shots. 6. The USA had barely settled into the match, and Belgium was attacking from every direction. They switched the ball quickly. They pulled the American defense from side to side. And every time the USA tried to step forward, Belgium looked for the empty space behind them. Then came the first punishment. Before 9 minutes had gone, a long diagonal ball stretched the American defense. The play continued. The ball was recycled back into the danger area, and suddenly Charles De Ketelaere appeared between the defenders. That is the key word, between. Not marked tightly, not tracked properly, just enough space. And at this level, just enough space is all a quality attacker needs. 1 touch, goal. Belgium 1, USA 0. And look at what happened after that. By the 27th minute, Belgium had 7 shots. The United States had 0. That was the first major comparison of this game. Belgium was not dominating possession for the sake of possession. They were using the ball to hurt the USA. Every attack had purpose. Every forward pass asked a question. The USA, meanwhile, could have the ball, but where was the danger? Where was the shot? Where was the moment that made Thibaut Courtois uncomfortable? For almost half an hour, it did not exist. Then, suddenly, the entire match changed. Folarin Balogun won a free kick just outside the penalty area. Malik Tillman stepped up. The shot took a deflection off Hans Vanaken. Courtois moved one way. The ball went the other. Goal! 1-1. And Seattle absolutely exploded. This was Tillman's second free kick goal of the tournament. History, emotion, momentum, everything had suddenly swung toward the United States. And this is where a knockout team has to become smart. Slow the game down, win the next challenge, keep the ball, make Belgium feel the pressure, but the USA did none of those things. 61 seconds later, Belgium was back in front. Just think about that. You wait 31 minutes for your breakthrough. You finally equalize. Your home crowd is screaming. Your opponent has been hit emotionally, and before the celebration has even disappeared from the stadium, you concede again. Leandro Trossard got past Serginho Dest. The cross came into the box. De Ketelaere rose above the defense. Header, goal. Belgium 2, USA 1. That was the real knockout punch. Not the third goal, not the fourth, this one, because Belgium showed the difference between feeling a moment and controlling a moment. The United States felt the equalizer. Belgium controlled what happened next. At halftime, the numbers were brutal. Belgium had 11 shots, the USA had 3. Belgium had 5 shots on target, the USA had 1. Pochettino knew something had to change, so Gio Reyna replaced Serginho Dest, and the USA came out trying to attack more aggressively. For a few minutes, there was hope again. The Americans pushed higher, Belgium dropped slightly deeper. The game began to feel more open. Then the night completely collapsed. Christian Pulisic hurt his right ankle while trying to shoot. He attempted to continue, but minutes later, America's biggest attacking star was forced off. And almost at the same time came the mistake that ended the contest. Matt Freese came outside his goal to deal with a long ball. He controlled it, he hesitated, and that hesitation was fatal. De Ketelaere closed him down. Freese tried to clear. The ball struck the Belgian attacker. Suddenly, the American goal was completely exposed. Hans Vanaken saw the opportunity and hit it from distance. The ball took a deflection. Goal, 3-1. And look at Pochettino on the sideline. The frustration, the anger, the feeling that everything was falling apart. Because this was not a brilliant 25-pass Belgian move. This was not an unstoppable 30-yard rocket into the top corner. It was another mistake, another hesitation, another gift. That is the painful truth of this game. Belgium was excellent, but the USA kept making Belgium's job easier. The first goal came from defensive confusion. The second came 61 seconds after the equalizer because the defense failed to reset. The third came from a goalkeeper error. And later, the fourth would begin with another American giveaway. Belgium did not need to control the ball for 90 minutes. They controlled the spaces that mattered. That is a huge difference. The United States actually had periods of possession, especially when chasing the game. But possession can lie to you. By the 79th minute, the USA had only 4 total shots and had not produced a single shot on target in the second half. So ask yourself, who was really controlling this match? The team touching the ball more, or the team creating the dangerous moments? The expected goals numbers gave the same answer. Belgium around 2.15, USA only 0.67. Belgium was simply creating better chances. Then Rudy Garcia looked at his bench and sent on Romelu Lukaku. Imagine being the USA. You are already losing 3-1. Your captain has left injured, your defense is exhausted, and now Romelu Lukaku is entering the game. In stoppage time, one final American mistake opened the door. Belgium attacked. Lukaku finished. 4-1, game over, and for Lukaku, it was international goal number 93. For the United States, it was humiliation. The Americans had not conceded 4 goals in a World Cup match since 1990. This was their 7th straight defeat against Belgium. It was also their 11th loss in their last 12 matches against European opponents. And once again, the dream of going beyond the round of 16 was over. But for Belgium, this felt like a warning to the rest of the tournament. 18 matches unbeaten, 4 goals in a knockout game. De Ketelaere with 2 goals and a massive all-around performance. Lukaku scoring from the bench, and all of this without even starting De Bruyne or Doku. That is what should scare Spain, Belgium's next opponent, because Belgium did not win this match with one superstar carrying the team. They won it with a system, pressure, movement, patience, and ruthless punishment. And then came the final blow, not on the field, online. After all the pre-match controversy surrounding Folarin Balogun's overturned suspension, Belgium's official social media accounts posted just 2 words after the 4-1 victory. Overturn this, cold, brutal, and impossible to ignore. The USA came into this night chasing history on home soil. For 61 seconds, they believed the comeback had started, but Belgium needed only 1 minute to destroy that belief. Final score, Belgium 4, USA 1. America had the crowd. America had the emotion. America had the moment. Belgium had control, and in knockout football, control is what survives.